Right now, Senator Jeanne Shaheen is looking to negotiate a deal on the Obamacare, health insurance subsidies that were part of the subject of the government shutdown. Yeah. That original deal to end the shutdown, you were very vocal about this. You compared Senators Shaheen and Hassan to strikebreakers, scabs. Pretty intense language there. Just for doing what most people in Congress do, which is make a deal where you don't get everything. But you thought that they really erred there. Why?
Well, I don't use that language, flippantly. I'm someone who has been in a union, who's been an organizer, who's gone on strike twice, and I'm very frustrated with what they did. I mean, think back to March when we had the opportunity to shut the government down, or we had a long runway before the end of the year when these enhanced subsidies would expire, and it was our two senators, Jeanne Shaheen and Maggie Hassan, who, for all the good things that they've done, were the ones who provided the vote for that continuing resolution. And that got us the big bad bill, which ended up with cuts to Medicaid, cuts to SNAP, incredible tax cuts for the wealthy, and nothing for the rest of us. And now we had this other opportunity to really push the Republicans, and they decided that they would cave on this. And I do think that it's frustrating that we're in a position where it seems like only moderates are the ones who are able to negotiate with Republicans. And I just think that if they thought that the Republicans would keep the government shut down through Christmas or Thanksgiving, ruin everyone's holiday just to make health care more expensive for people, they have an even lower opinion of Republicans than I do. I think that our federal workers who are struggling right now, shouldn't be working without pay while our Congress people are getting paid. And I think that having those kind of incentives would have brought more people to the table and actually gotten us a deal.
And yet waiting would have continued that situation, and you're kind of, it's hope and a prayer to say that they would have come to the table. In particular, on the Seacoast, you're a working class person. How do you talk to a shipyard worker and say, hey, you know what, we really need you to continue working out without pay so we can win a political argument in Washington? That seems pretty callous.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a political argument, right? These are real people whose real lives are at stake here. People who can't afford to pay their car payments, they can't afford to put food on the table for their kids. This is my kid's soccer coach. I get it. And I would say the same thing that I've been saying. We don't have a Washington that works for working people right now. We need to put different kinds of people in office.